Hello everybody, this is Peggy. I'd like to do a flip through of my completed journal for Dear Julie Julie's April ABC Junk Journal Challenge. So I've used a gift bag as the soft cover. And let me get my list of challenge items. I've used digital kit from Tine Faye, the Art of Tine Faye. It's called Wildflower Whispers. And I really like it. It just appeals to me. So it's very feminine. I love the abstract. I love the girls without faces, because this could be your sister. It could be your mother. It could be your daughter. It could be yourself. You project whomever you will into the face of the girls in this journal. So here's an altered paper clip, and this book page back here takes care of my yellowed item. Dyeing, I used grape kool-aid to dye the papers, and this is my untried in using the grill, whatever they were, to get these holes, what Julie calls her holy paper. You can see on each side where it's whole, got the marks of the grill on there. This is like a hidden, one of those flip-ups, or a hidden spot to journal, whatever you want to call it. Here's a piece of junk mail. Here's the other plate that I got at the Dollar Tree. It's a cookie sheet, but it gives you all these really nice lines and ridges on there. I've used napkins. This is a piece of scrap that I decoupaged or glued a napkin to. This is my hidden spot. It's called a petacalope, and it's just creative folding. And I'm calling it hidden because you can open it and journal inside. You can journal in here, and no one would think to open it and look for that. I punched my papers before I dyed them, because I learned that the integrity of the paper is compromised once it gets wet and it doesn't punch very well, so I punched them before I dyed them. Here's an envelope, so that takes care of another element. And some stamped planner girls that I used. This is my ombre. I took a piece of junk mail and tried to paint an ombre look on there. This is one of my quilting elements. I punched some scrap and stuck it on the envelope. Here's my altered tag, the one that I'm actually using as my altered tag. This is a coloring page. It's also my flip up and flip down. This, I have a couple of these in here. These are actually note cards. So there's the note card element. This is the center. I had dyed some heart-shaped doilies and placed them on the paper, hoping that I would get a good impression of the doily, and that would be a creative element without actually having to put the doily in there. I really like the way it turned out. It also has kind of an ombre effect because of the color change. Here are some twin pockets. They're actually envelopes. They're coin envelopes. Open them up. They have a little tag inside, as well as a hidden tuck spot. This I've recycled calendars that from past years. I love the art of Aaron Lee. That's the artist that created these. These were actually began their life as a calendar, and I've sort of tucked them back here behind the coin envelopes. More napkins, more stamping. I just love the way this journal turned out. I had bought a bag of little flower elements, and I'd never used any of them, so I got them out, since there's so many flowers in this journal, and I used them as tabs. Put a few tabs through here. Here's my other little note card. Here's a piece, one of the music elements, another stamping on the other side of that envelope. Aren't these papers gorgeous? I just love all the colors. I used a belly band, a punch as a belly band. I've got some leftover papers and some napkin journaling cards. This element, let me get everything out of it so you can see it. This is my recipe card, and I put napkins on it because it was a Christmas one. That's the only ones I had, so I disguised it. There's a junk mail, and here's one of my ombre from a piece of junk mail. And this is my double pocket, my vellum. They're made out of vellum, and I love using vellum, and I usually make a double pocket with it. And then here's some washi tape. That's the first signature. I use some, it's fabric puff paint that has glitter in it. I used to glitter up some of her hair and her wings on there. There's another coloring page, and I just put it in as a flip out. Another envelope, some stamping, another tag, another tuck journaling spot. This is part of the kit. Another doily impression. Altered paper clip, recipe card. The center of the signature. I made a belly band here with another piece of Aaron Lee's artwork, some music back there. And this is another piece of my ombre junk mail that I just put some paper on the back of it for journaling. Some lace, some flowers, and I like to set it in there so that that flower sort of goes over top of that piece of artwork and makes a nice element. This is one side of my bookmark. I put it in up here, put charms on the end of it, and there's enough that you can use a bookmark for each signature if you want to, or you can pull all four of the ribbons together for a bookmark. This is my magazine image and some more lace. I just love the colors, the spring, the pastel colors, and I took a piece of leftover scrap and folded it in half and punched it, put a ribbon, and put that little image on there. Here's a bookmark from the digital kit. Another journaling spot that's made into a tuck. Another pocket. And here's also another magazine page image that I punched and put on a piece of punched scrap. And another petecalope, so it's a little tiny one. You can open it up and put little secrets in there. Another tag. some more oh, that's another envelope that I stuck in there as a surprise. An envelope in an envelope. I just love the polka dots. Another petalope for a hidden journaling spot. Some more journaling cards. This is my main quilting element, and I had tried to glue it to this gift bag, but the glue wouldn't hold, so I dug out a needle and I hand stitched zigzag around it to get that element in there, zigzag, and because of the natural pockets that it forms, it was a little tight in there, but I got it done. So these are hidden spots that are not so hidden that the gift bag forms in the front and the back. So let's see. Here's my list. So I did the altered tag, the bookmark, the coloring page, the digital image, envelopes, flip up, flip down. I don't have guest checks and likely won't ever have guest checks, so I altered my G to be the gift bag and the girls that I stamped. The hidden spots, image from the magazine, junk mail, the keeping place, which was those petalops, lace on different tags and places throughout, music used as part of the collages and stuff throughout, note cards, the ombre that I tried to paint, the pair of pockets, the quilt block, the recipe cards, stamping, the tearing of the page. I tore the vellum to make the two pockets. The untried element was the dyeing on the sheets to get the polka dots and the stripes. Vellum, the washi tape, extra somethings. I have several extra tags and extra recipe cards in there. The yellow element, again, was my altered paper clips. I used a book page to make those, and they were old book pages, and they were yellowed. And then the zigzag stitch, which is on the back cover. I really, really loved this gift bag and wanted to use it, and it just seemed to fit that paper so well. And I'm going to give this journal to my pastor's oldest daughter. She's in high school, and I thought that would... she used to love to write, so I thought that would be a good thing for her. And this is my mini. I'm not done with it, but I thought I'd do a quick flip through. This is just a piece of junk mail that was on the desk. I had used a pharmacy envelope as a cover, and it tore putting the signature in, so I just picked this up and put it in there. This is junk mail that I have put a layer scraped paint across it, and as I was looking at the first page, the title of the junk mail, it was this long because I cut the pages in half. It had favorites on the front of it, so I just outlined that. I don't have to write favorites on there. So here's, I spread paint on most of the pages, and then I stamped a background. I stamped all my ABCs and punched them out in a hexagon, and then I put a piece of paper that I had sprayed Tattered Angels on each of the pages in order to write on it. So I'm just going to flip real quick. Some of them I've completed, some of them I have not got everything in it yet, but it's pretty much the same, just the placement of the letters in the paper. And this is a piece of that pharmacy bag that did make it, so I'm going to put something inside of there. So just some of them I put where I can open it up and add a little something in there. The center, I just left it plain. I don't know yet what I'm going to put on there. I may print the words to "These are a few of my favorite things" and stick them on there. Another flip. Another piece at the other end of the bag. Another flip. Tea. Tea is one of my very favorite things. And then my favorite word in the whole wide world is Zephyr. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I really enjoyed this challenge. It has stretched me to actually think, especially this. I had to think about what I actually find joy in that fits the parameters of the challenge, and I enjoyed it. Thank you, dear Julie. Bye, everyone.